everybody, and welcome to the Don't Be Mad podcast. Your weekly dose of the homies getting together, shooting the shit, and trying to protect ourselves from these wild elements. I'm your boy Matthew, aka Lefty Luck, and I'm joined here as always with
Jason. What's up?
Yeah, Jamali's not here. Unfortunately, he has to work late, and he actually does have to work late. So we'll ease up on the chirping.
He has work to do.
You know, it's tax season, so he's got a lot of extra things he has to get going. So too bad for him. I'd rather be here than there, to be honest. But another week has gone by. We had a brutal snowstorm.
Yeah, man.
How you doing, man? How's the mental health? How you been?
Well, if you're talking about mental health in terms of the snowstorm, not very good. No, it's bad. It's bad in NDG. Anyone who lives in NDG knows anywhere in Montreal, really, bro. It's really bad. And the snow's not getting picked up, and it's just like same story every year. So
wait, on your street they didn't pick up?
Yes, it's terrible.
Like, I know for us, we got picked up. Like, we're always like one of the first streets they pick up, but sometimes they'll pick it up too early for us, which they kind of did, and it was still snowing. So now it's like we still have like a bit of a snowbank on one side. It's kind of nutso, but
hey, that's how I wish it was. But you know, Montreal priorities, they don't have priorities. Like,
yeah, man, because I'm like Friday was just. What was it? Thursday 30, Friday the rest of the 20 or something like that, or Friday was the 30 and then Saturday was the 20.
It was just bad regardless.
Yeah, pretty much altogether we got more than 50 centimeters of snow. Which what's the equivalent of that in inches? I don't know. Let's say 30. I don't know. We stick to metric over here.
I have absolutely no idea.
Yeah, we got like 50 plus centimeters of snow, and it like. One of the things is we're used to getting a lot of snow. It's always a heavy impact when it all comes down at once. And it, like Friday when it had started and just all day just blistering down. I remember I was at work and looking out the window, it was just like pure white. Like you couldn't even see like a good 10 feet in front of you just looking out the window. Yeah, it was so bad.
That's normally how it is.
Yeah.
But you know, my problem is not the snow. It's the aftermath of when the fuck are you gonna pick it up? Yeah. It's like, you know, the snow is coming 2 days before. Plan and be sure. For me, I'm like you can't be reactive. You can't just wait till the snow comes. Then this amount of snow fell, then you go pick it up. No, start clearing the roads as it's snowing heavy, because that way it's gonna help out in the long run eventually.
Yeah. Well,
no one wants to do that.
No, I get them like not necessarily picking it up, but just sticking to plowing it, because when you know you're getting like a certain amount of snow, it is a lot easier to pick up all that snow when you have more of it. Yeah, so like I completely understand that. It's more of like, I know myself on a daily basis, I check the weather network, you know, so I see like, okay, Friday's gonna snow 30 to 40, and then, you know, Saturday's gonna be whatever the rest of it's gonna be. How are they not doing the same thing to be like, okay, as of Sunday, when it stops, now all the signs, like Saturday, you put those signs up so that Sunday you're just cleaning up.
I would be like, no, as soon as it starts, you know how much is going to come out, put up the signs. Yeah. Right away, put up the signs. So, you know, be proactive in that sense. And, you know, that's a city being absolute bullshit. It's like, now you have to wonder the intelligence of the people who are picking up the snow. And it's like, we have two mayors, well, NDG mayor and the mayor of Montreal, who are fighting each other for God knows what the reasons. Both are idiots. Sorry, not because they're women or anything like that, but if you do a bad job, you should be kicked out of your bad job. I don't care if you're a man or woman. If you're doing a poor job, you should be kicked out. If you're doing something stupid, you should be called stupid. Simple as that. It has nothing to do with male, female. Man is the same thing too. They do stupid things. The only one who mentioned
their gender.
Hey, that's what people are going to say. You have to be again, I'm being ahead of it, because it's like, yeah, it's nice to have, you know, Montreal's first female mayor, but if you're doing just as bad or worse as a job, I don't care if you're male or female, you're a bad mayor. You're a bad mayor regardless. Do your job. People, it's not only you. It's like, stop clearing bike paths as opposed to sidewalks. It's like, come on. You shouldn't even be riding your bike. So weird. You shouldn't even be riding your bike in the winter.
And like I said, like the one thing for me, it's just, I get the waiting for the snow to stop. It's just, I felt Sunday, there wasn't enough snow removal happening. Like that's the biggest thing. Yeah, you're gonna plow it to the side. You're gonna put the salt down. You want to make sure the streets are safe. But once that snow was done, like Sunday, it was beautiful, sunny. It was actually a bit warm out, and the mountains of snow are still there. Like I don't see any signs up, and like what's going on?
And this is when the time when, like, I don't know why snow removal happens at late at night. I never understood it. I never get it because, excuse me, late at night, everyone's at home. Everyone's parked their car.
Yeah.
So if you have nowhere to park in a winter storm like that, you're fucked. However,
because you can't do it during rush hour.
No, but you do it like at say like starting from 11 to like 3 o'clock. You can do snow removal because everyone's at work.
That's the thing. I know some areas they will do it during those times.
They should everywhere.
Like because I know even like by the hospital that I work at, they were doing snow removal while people were working.
That's the thing.
It's like you'll get that, but it's always just knowing the moments of rush hour is when they literally can't do it because you can't have like basically roads getting completely blocked off with cars trying to move out.
You don't have to do it. It's like starting from like 9 o'clock until like say 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Snow removal complete. Everyone's at work. No cars are blocking anywhere, a place you can have time to do it. Or even on a Sunday when you said it was still there. Yeah. People are home on Sunday. They can move their car.
Yeah, that was to me the biggest shocker.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
I didn't understand why I'm looking at mountains of snow and it's like it's Sunday. Like let's get something going on.
See why people leave this city? This is why. Incompetence.
It's fucking cold. It's ridiculous too. Like we were having such a good winter. Like for the most part, we had maybe 2 weeks prior to this where it was like really cold, and then it went right back to like the coldest we'd feel is like -5, and then this just hits us, and now it's like back to being warmer. It's like -2 out right now.
Yeah, it's not that cold.
Ridiculous. Anyways. Typical Montreal bullshit. With
Do
this
your jobs.
Snow.
Stop. I don't want to hear any union excuses either. Do your jobs. You have 2 jobs a year: clean the snow and construct our roads. 2 jobs. That's it.
We'll throw some salt down too.
And that too.
I don't want to bust my ass walking on a fucking sidewalk.
There's old people. We're aging population over here. Like people need to get out of their homes. Stop clearing a bike path. No one should be riding a bike in the winter.
Damn,
and if they do, and they land on their head, so be it. I did not, like Arnold said, I did nothing. The pavement was his enemy.
You're fucking horrible.
That's what Arnold said. I did nothing. The pavement was his enemy.
What? Put down a wet sign?
There you go. Put down a wet sign.
Big yellow wet sign.
Yeah.
Floor slippery.
God. Good city.
All right, man. So I heard you got some Valentine's plans coming up.
What now?
Yeah, some Valentine's plans is what I've heard.
I'm just going on vacation.
That's what it's called? A conveniently timed vacation?
I'm just joking. No, Christina's there so she can hear it. No.
Before she opens the curtain and smacks you.
No, we're going to New York from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Just a quick little getaway. Wanted to do the Vegas thing, but that was way too expensive for what it was. So, scratch that.
Nice little New York hotel-y vibe,
Yeah, it should
be Valentine's Day.
Should be fun. We're gonna do a massage day we get there and all that stuff.
You got the love suite, I hope.
Love suite?
The love suite.
What the hell is that?
It should have a hot tub in the.
Oh, I have no idea. I know there's a tub. That's all.
Complimentary champagne.
I know. I'm not. Listen,
chocolate dipped. Strawberries.
This is a Holiday Inn. A Holiday Inn that would be staying.
I will be asking her if you've provided her with all the fixins to make sure she had the best Valentine's Day.
Christina always has good Valentine's
Spa treatment.
She's getting all that stuff. She's getting I think she's getting the chocolate massage thing, whatever it's called there.
Oh, you're dipping her in the chocolate. Oh, you are nasty.
Relax.
Look at you being nasty.
And it should be fun. I haven't been to New York in a while. It's Manhattan. That's what she wanted to do. And that's not my favorite spot to have in New York, but it'd be fun to go to New York. Just get away from Montreal for a bit. Yeah, it's not that big of a drastic change, but it's just a good way to get out of Montreal.
Oh, no, dude, I
enjoy our time there.
Agree, man. It's always good, like just like a nice, even if it's just 2 days, 3 days, little break from your routine.
And the thing I like about New York is we were searching online the other day, and we were seeing so many restaurants options, and just in like a square block radius, there's more options there than what we have in Montreal. It's like, all we have is in Montreal is like a whole bunch of like, yeah, we have little restaurants and stuff, but the variety of things that you can get in New York.
Well, outside of Starbucks, of course.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, the variety of stuff, from shopping to eat food to everything. And
well, if you're gonna be like, especially in like the Manhattan area, it's just pure commercial. Like everything is for consumption.
But I'm not talking about like, you know, the mainstream stuff. I'm talking about like local New York things. Like there could be like a local burger place, a local Italian place, that kind
Triple D's,
that kind of stuff. And I'm like, cool.
Oh, for the listeners, Triple D's are the diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Yeah, they know that.
You know,
but
Food Network shit.
That's the kind of stuff that I think if Montreal had, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
But we don't. And but I think that's why a lot of people, you know, if our winters are bad, I get it. But if Montreal had stuff like that to, like, you know, distract you from, like, even, I know that in Montreal there's a cafe with cats and stuff like that. Like you
never been to it. I'm not gonna go to it.
If you had that,
I don't trust cats.
If you had more of that, if you had more of those kind of things, people would be more inclined to go out in Montreal. Go out, but it's again.
No, well, I think people our age would be a little bit more inclined to go out with things like that, because people do go out in Montreal, but it's just for like the same old type of typical shit, like the bars, the restaurants, the clubs. Like that's what people will.
And Montreal nightlife is not as good as it used to be. Yeah, it's good, but it's not. It's nowhere near what it used to be.
I can't comment because as I got older, I've gone less.
It's really like people our age now really go to bars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now, so
I mean, like as you get older, I don't think we should be frequenting the clubs.
I'm not saying clubbing, but I'm saying like lounges. Like there's night. Do you have Montreal has lounges, but are they really that great? It's either they're good, they're really nice looking, but do I really want to spend $80 to $100 on a bottle of Absolute
the price
vodka?
Incentive is usually what makes or breaks a place like that. No. There are a few good spots. I mean, like, you know us, we're the pub guys, so it's more of that's our scene.
Yeah. That's great.
Like the lounges, like the few I've been to, like I don't know, they've been all right.
But
I'm not gonna write home about them, but they've been all right.
But the whole Valentine's Day thing, I already told Christina, it's not. I find it so commercial. It's more catered to women and stuff. It's like, yeah, it's nice to have a day to like be lovey-dovey.
Maybe you should throw in some requests for her to cater to you as well during this Valentine's Day.
Nah, she doesn't believe in that stuff. Christina's very old school way of thinking.
Whoa.
Trust me.
It is 2020. We are all about the gender equality, and we are breaking the norms of the traditional shackles that once held us back as a people.
Really?
Okay?
Really?
If you can wine and dine her, she can wine and dine you, my friend, and you deserve to get some chocolate strawberries in your mouth as well.
I don't doubt she's gonna like spoil me for Valentine's Day, but
feed your man, Christina.
But is that the majority of women are going to do that? Are women?
I think it should be a good 50-50 share during
it should be 50-50. I agree with you.
The event, as I like to call it, because it's not a holiday.
Because, you know, like it's more you see it like this, like there's we can go use the example of Mother's Day and Father's Day. There's both days. I don't see teddy bears or stuff or whatever it is for Father's Day you can give a father. Where's the new football? Where's the new soccer ball? Where's the new cleats?
Did you not give your father stuff?
Huh?
Did you not give your father stuff?
Yes, I give him a written apology for having to tolerate me when I acted bad, and he appreciated that. And he appreciated that very much. No, but when you know what I'm saying is a lot of this stuff. Even though I was speaking with Christina about the other day, is when we go downtown, everything is catered to women. Like we were talking about it just the other day. Like where is it that guys can go shopping? Where is it that guys can buy new clothes?
Online.
And that's the thing, online. And
because all of our catering is in the algorithm of advertisement that we get when we're swiping through.
But that's the thing. I was telling you, like, there's not really much places that I really can go to buy new clothes because it's not really catered to men. Like, how many women's stores do you have? Like, I was telling like Dynamite, Aritzia, all these places. Men, what do you have? Bestsellers and Jack and Jones, which Bestsellers and Jack and Jones is the same company. What else do we have really?
Like I said, I don't know many places. I shop online.
That's the thing. And
like I couldn't even tell you what's like downtown because I can't remember last time I was down. Oh no, last time I was downtown was when I broke my phone.
You broke your phone?
Yeah, like that was literally the last time I was downtown.
I don't know,
which was a couple of years ago.
and it's the same thing with Valentine's Day. Everything you go on Valentine's Day, oh yeah, it's really catered to women. Have that day, and yes, that is very nice to have and everything like that. But I'm the mindset of Valentine's Day it's a day for suckers, because if you're doing this stuff on one day, you're putting out all your effort on one day. You should be having a consistent effort every day.
Well, it's like I made mention last week, like the smartest way to do Valentine's Day is to do it together, like you make it like a couples thing. And look, you should always be dating your significant other. You should always be showing appreciation to them. Like, we all know that.
Yeah.
But on this day where it's like now you get to be a bit more showy about it, it's like it's the one time where a little bit of PDA is okay. It's allowed if you're not one of those type of people that does it. It's like, all right, slip the one post on Instagram where you're letting everybody know how much you love your spouse. It's cool. Like, no one's gonna be like, oh, look at this fucking simp over here. It's like it's V-Day. He's doing the cute thing. Because if you don't, and your girl's swiping through her Instagram and sees all the posts her friends are getting from their fucking boyfriends or even their fuck buds, you're screwed. You don't want to be the one boyfriend who was like, put your foot down on V-Day, and then your girl's just sitting there on V-Day scrolling through, seeing what all her girls got, and you're the only one who fucked her on it.
Hey.
Simple warning for all the men listening.
I don't know. I do what I have to, and I'm happy because she's happy. Well, you now.
What about me?
Who sent you?
No, I was telling you, fuck, like all these people who miraculously come out the woodworks like a couple weeks prior to Valentine's Day, where it's like, you haven't been bothering anyone. You haven't even been shacking up with anyone. You're just doing your thing. You're working out. You're living life. You're feeling good. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, it's the, hey there, bud. See you single and happy. Want to go out for a drink or two? Fuck no.
Oh boy.
I look at that calendar and I know exactly what that means.
They're lonely and they just want some attention that day. That's what it is.
I ain't the attention seeker. Fuck out of here, man. Shit's nuts. And it's like one of those things where it's like, when it first happened, I didn't even think of it. It's like early February. I'm like, it wasn't even a thought. Just like, oh, I haven't spoken to this person in a while. So like chatting them up. But then when like there was a few other specific people who started hitting me up, I was like, what the hell is going on here? Then I looked at the calendar.
A few people? What?
There were a couple. Jesus. There was a couple.
More than 5?
No, a couple means like 2. Few means like 3, 4.
Name names? You can name names?
I don't name names.
All right.
I don't. If they're listening, they know who they are.
Not that bold, okay.
Okay? But it's just like what compels you to just pop up out of nowhere? Like, dude. Like I don't get a high from you the rest of the year. But now all of a sudden it's like, oh, I randomly thought about you the other day. Yeah, I'm sure you did. I'm sure you fucking did. Why don't you
just ask them what have they been doing?
Compared to the other times I've been posting my shit and you haven't thought of me, now that it's February and the red hearts and cupids are out, all of a sudden you thought of me? Fuck that shit.
Why don't you talk to them after Valentine's Day and see if they're going to talk to you after that?
No, I wouldn't even entertain that. I don't want to give them the pleasure of thinking that I'm thinking of them the way they're thinking of me. No.
You think they're just lonely or something like that?
Why else? I'm not the lonely whisperer here, but some things are just apparent.
Desperation?
I ain't the desperate one.
I'm just saying, I don't know these 2 people. So I don't know who these couple of people that you mentioned. I know any?
They're people that should not be messaging me. That's all it is.
I was going to say something, but in this climate, I know it's
like if I haven't heard from you in like a couple months, the month that I should be hearing from you is not February.
Maybe it's for Black History.
Then you lead with Happy Black History Month, my G. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bro, like hit me with a bro. Let me know it's peace. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like hit me with a, hey bro, long time. How you been?
I could only
fucking hell, man.
I can only imagine.
And look, I already got Valentine's Day plans. Me and a few single friends are going to be single together, enjoying Valentine's Day as singles. It's going to be a great fucking time.
All right. I don't know how that works, but
it means we're single people just going out, having a good time for V-Day.
That's just a regular day.
Damn fucking right. That's what it is. It just so happens that V-Day happens to fall on a Friday.
Hey, I don't know, man. I don't know what you can tell these 2 people, but Now that you told them that
I'll tell them what my phone did, left on red.
So they don't know that that you're gonna talk to them, or you're just gonna out them here right now. And tell them
If they don't know from the few days I haven't spoken to them that I'm not gonna talk to them.
So you did not respond at all?
No.
Wow. Okay.
How dare they? I was living a good, happy, healthy life, getting myself back on track. And then you're just gonna jump in here and like try to throw a wrench in the cogs? Absolutely not. These gears ain't getting grinded, bud.
Dude, it's like I don't know what to tell you. I don't know these people, so I really can't. I can't comment. I'm probably sure I know these people.
And the crazy thing is, like, I'm not the only person who went through this type of shit too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's like a routine for people around this time of year. You know, they don't want to be the ones left out of getting some V-Day loving, or at least the appearance that they didn't have someone on V-Day.
Again,
it's a shame.
My thing is, it's like it's just a day. You have to be consistent with it, and if these people you say are really putting that much importance on that day, I'm like,
hey, if I'm single on the 4th, it means I'm single on the 10th, which means I'm single on the 13th, 14th, 15th. That ain't changing.
It reminds me of remember in Entourage, Johnny, where he broke up with his girlfriend the day before Valentine's Day, and he got back with her after Valentine's Day because he didn't want to get her anything for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, guys, don't be that guy. I'm like, don't do that.
That's serious.
That's just a disgustingly bad look. Don't fucking do that.
There's a lot of people that are doing that. Trust me, a lot of people are doing that just to get out of something.
Fuck that, man. But I'm still gonna get my chocolates. I mean, why not? They literally go on sale the next day.
That's true. Save that for Halloween.
No, you get the fucking Ferrero Rochers, the Lints.
Save that
all
for
the good stuff.
Save that for Halloween for the kids when they come by. Just put that in the fridge.
Put it in the fridge.
Put that in the fridge. Yeah, that's not gonna spoil.
No, you think I can let fucking Lindors sit by and wait till like how many fucking months? Absolutely not, man.
It's the best time to buy chocolate. It's right after Halloween and right
all
after
that
Valentine's.
shit for myself.
Jeez.
As long as you leave it in the plastic, it's Gucci.
Hey, I don't know. I think Valentine's Day is way too commercial. What it is right now, it's taken love out of Valentine's Day. It's like, oh, buy me something, you love me. Don't buy me something, you don't really care about me. I'm like,
just buy them a nice little card, or make the card yourself. That shows love.
I think it was for our anniversary with Christina. I made her a book of stuff we used to do. Like it's you write in everything like that, and there's a site that actually makes the book.
Yeah,
and she appreciated that. That is something very creative to do.
No, I've seen it like getting on the DIYs and arts and crafts stuff. There's a few things I've seen that I was actually like, you know what? If I was with somebody, that's something I would get. And there's kind of like this, almost like a blooming onion like photo gallery thing that they had, where it's like when you hold it, it just looks like an octagon or hexagon type of shape, and you can like write on the cover of it when you pull the lid and it flaps down and you'll see like pictures, like there's slots for you to put pictures.
Okay.
And I was like, if you're with somebody for like a few years, or if you're just the type of couple that takes a bunch of pictures, then you can just like make like a nice little photo gallery. I was like, yo, that's actually a pretty nice little romantic touch you can do there, you know, like tiny little things. Yeah, you just got to get a bit creative with it, you know? It's the typical boring stuff of like buying you roses and box of chocolate, and we're gonna go out to eat, and then you go home and it's like the same shit everybody typically does. Like that's like the commercial Valentine's.
Was it? I'm not sure. I think it was you or Tyra. I think it was Tyra that says that a lot of people don't realize how much roses
how
cost.
Expensive they are. First off, they're expensive. Second off, they die.
Oh yeah.
So it's like you're basically throwing away money when you buy roses. Like I say, if you're gonna buy someone like a flower, get it like a potted flower. So
yeah, get
bare minimum, it's gonna last like, depending on how well you keep it, you know, like a couple months.
Yeah, because it's something that, you know, can build. Like I've never like roses. Yeah, they look nice and everything, but like you're cutting the flower, like this is gonna die. Why am I gonna spend all this money for this thing that's gonna last you? Yes, it's nice to give a rose. It's romantic. I get all that stuff, but
it's like you do it when it's like a serious, like, I don't think Valentine's is a serious enough occasion. Like an anniversary, I feel is a bit more of a serious thing because that's like personal.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very personalized event for you and your spouse, or if you're getting it for like a parent or somebody sick, things like that. Then it's like, okay, you know, spend a little bit of that cash on flowers because it's for a very specific purpose. But if it's like the Valentine's Day, first off, the prices get hiked on Valentine's Day. So as expensive as they are, it's only worse now.
If you wanna have fun with people, and if you're single, like, you can do this because this is the funniest joke you could ever do. And I like Christina. She loves roses. I know she wants me to get her a rose because she loves it. But I think I know what.
Get her one.
I think I know why she likes roses though. Because The Bachelor, The Bachelor, you know how they give me those. So this
one long stem rose.
This is what you can do. So like you can play The Bachelor for Valentine's. That's a Valentine's Day game. You have 2 roses. There's 3 girls. You just do a process of elimination. How is that a frick? That's hilarious.
First off, I'm only giving it to the ones that I feel, or by process of public society elimination, are the less attractive ones. They will be getting the roses.
The less attractive ones?
Yes. I'm propping up people on Valentine's Day if that's what I'm doing.
Nah, I don't give people that kind of, I don't want to give people that kind of confidence.
I do. Let's fuck with people's heads.
No. Look how evil you are. You know they're ugly. But
it's Valentine's Day. First off, why is the hot chick on Valentine's Day single? She's crazy. So you give it to the other one.
I didn't say it. You did. This is like you said. I don't know who's crazy.
Well, check the eyes, maybe.
Jesus.
But you know what? That's not a bad idea.
I think I copyright that, Tyler. I created that.
Oh, you created the Bachelor idea.
The Bachelor game on Valentine's Day. No one's done that.
You created the Bachelor game.
I did it. Copyrighted it. Right.
You literally. It's called The Bachelor
Game.
You created that.
I created the concept on Valentine's Day.
Oh, fuck off.
On Valentine's Day.
Fuck off. You were going to give it to the hot chick. Get out of here.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Christina. Give it to Christina.
Oh, yo. Oh, look at you. Look at you trying to get some brownie points here, you fuck.
Christina's going to get the rose all the time. She's going to get the rose all the time.
Fucking guy.
Hey, but that's actually a fun game to play.
You have no shame.
That's a fun game to play, don't you think?
Shameless.
I think we should set that up.
Shameless in the eyes of God. Shameless in the eyes of man.
The Sky Wizard.
Fucking guy.
No, I actually no. If you're like having a fun night, that's actually a fun game to have. People might be offended to it, but other people might like to it. And okay, just play Bachelor.
I would literally just have some fun with it, man.
It'd be fun. It'd be fun to do something like that.
You know, why not?
You just, you rent a Cadillac Escalade just to drive them around the block so then they get left to go home.
Not in this weather.
Give them the experience. Give them the full experience. They could cry in the car and say the shit they would want to do when they get eliminated. You could do that.
That would be funny. I'll set up some cameras. Make a whole episode of it.
Oh, speaking of reality show, I did see. Well, we did tell you about
the
whole
Circle?
We didn't talk about that though.
No, we didn't.
We didn't talk about but if you guys get a chance, watch Circle on Netflix. It's really good. So brand new take on reality shows.
Told you.
Yeah, it's really good.
Told you.
It's
just like it's such a simple, easy to do concept, but it's genius.
Very genius.
Like fucking genius. It's the shit we literally do every day. Think about it. We all usually sit at home, talk on social media to people we don't know, create relationships with them, have no clue if they actually are who they are.
That's true.
The only difference with this is at the end of a few weeks, there's $100,000 to be won, and you're trying to figure out who's really worth it. You know?
It was a hilarious. It was a fun show. I really liked it. Oh man, but yeah, you got to give them Valentine's Day. I can't get into that whole. I can't wrap my head around the concept of a day like that. A so commercialized day having such an importance. If it's not your birthday or an anniversary, something that's really important specifically to you, because a day like Valentine's Day should be specific to the person that you're with.
Anniversaries.
But the thing is, it's so commercialized that it's more of a day for everyone than a day for specifically for you.
Look, Hallmark had to sell some cards. K Jewelers had to sell some blood diamonds.
Jewelers.
Like, this is just the way they get people into the stores. It's what they do. The pharmacies have to sell some chocolates, man. They're on the shelves. We got to get rid of them. This is how they do it.
I don't know.
Look, I look at it as of the 15th, 16th, I can get the good chocolates for a good 40 to 50% off, depending on where I go, depending on who works where. And that to me is a great deal.
Oh boy.
And then you just, like you said, you buy a few of them, you stock up on them. You know, if I end up in a relationship in the future, I may have a few of those boxes just chilling, use it to my advantage. The ones that I'm not the bigger fan though. Like, I'm not giving away Ferrero Rochers. Fuck out of here. No one is getting my Ferrero Rochers.
So let me ask you this, since you're the single one here.
Yes, sir.
When's the last time you had like I wouldn't say a proper Valentine's Day, but when was the last time you went all out on a Valentine's Day? What you didn't, you're like, oh jeez, I have to do this again.
Well, it's never been a hindrance for me to go all out on Valentine's Day if I'm doing it with somebody who's worth it. But no,
what was that?
I would say, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah, probably 3. But it was like the idea I was saying before, like me and the person got together, like we cooked together, we chilled together. It was like we made it like our personal type of it was our day.
But that's a concept I have a hard time understanding because it's so hard to make it your personal thing when it's so commercialized. Like, oh yes, okay, it's fine to cook together and do everything together as a couple, but how many people are doing the same thing for that? I think I'm looking for more uniqueness.
Okay, well, in it as well, I feel like you got to take it to a level, like almost like the things you would do in like a couples therapy, you kind of bring to the table for like a V-Day, like tell each other why you appreciate each other, kind of get a bit deeper into the conversation, not so much of another night where we're together cooking and drinking. Like, it's more of we're on this day where it's like commercialized love. Let's just fucking buy into it, and not with monetary worth, but like emotional worth, and like just tell each other why we appreciate each other, tell each other how we feel the relationship is going, what we want to build on, what are their strengths and weaknesses, like just go all in on it, and I mean, like I said, anything you do on it are things you can do any other day, but it's that knowing in the moment these are like the things that are heightened at that time,
Yeah.
It's like you're kind of both on the same level because it's that manufactured emotion that this day creates.
So let's get back into our old keys to the VIP mode. I know this day and age, it's hard for people to imagine that concept of keys to the VIP.
There are a lot of shows.
I don't care what anyone says. Keys to the VIP was one of the best shows ever. That
show could not run today, like at all.
It was great though.
Oh, it was hilarious,
it was the
but
greatest
it could
thing ever.
Not run.
What would you suggest to, let's say, I don't know. What do you suggest to any single guy who's like desperate, like really, really desperate? You say you want to give advice to people?
If you're desperate, you're already getting off to the wrong foot. Because that means like you're trying to fill a void for something that you have to find within yourself first and foremost. That's what desperation is. Like, you're looking to someone to like, I need to be with that person, or I need to find somebody because I'm not happy in this life. Like, fix yourself first. So if you're describing your situation as desperate, I promise you, somebody else ain't gonna help you.
I'm just talking about desperation.
Fuck that shit.
No, because there's a lot of people who either they're like, this is more, I guess, for like the younger generation though. Like, they have a crush or they want to do something for like someone that's really important to them. How do they
approach?
Because a lot of people, like, because today, nowadays everything's done through text, internet, and all that kind of shit. Even though we know how to do this, give the people some people skills that they could actually use. Go back into the vault and see.
Fuck, go in the vault. It always helps to talk to somebody you actually know. That's first and foremost. So
brush your teeth.
Well, no, I mean like if we're talking about doing like trying to contact them on the phone or some shit, it's like try to contact somebody you actually know. You know, a lot of times you're going to shoot your shot with somebody, and you know, sometimes you're going to get lucky, but overall you're not even going to get a response, you know?
Hey, shoot or shoot.
Like if you've at least had like a few months of contact with this person, and then you broach her the idea of, hey, let's go on a date for V-Day. Hopefully there was even like some type of relationship interest in the conversations you had, and it's not something you're just like springing up on them, you know?
Yeah.
Like this goes for like male or female. Like I'm not speaking in any gender specific here. Because a lot of times people think the situation they're in is one way, and then because they never actually had a legitimate conversation about it, it's completely opposite of what they thought it was. And yeah, it's like you don't want to be the one who looks like they got pie in their face, you know? No, it's fucking true, man. How many times have you, like, okay, the greatest example of this are like these fly out stories, right? Like you see them all the time on Twitter. Like this person flew out this person, or this person flew to that person, thinking like, oh, there's a relationship here. I mean, fuck, how many shows are on TLC about this shit, you know? Like,
oh, 90 Day Fiance?
Yeah, you know, like it's this idea of you may be trying to steer the relationship one way, but if the person that you're talking to has never given you a single sign that this is what it's going to be, don't get on that plane. You know what I mean? Like,
so let me, because we're not going to do a super long episode today because Jamal is not here and it's really Valentine's Day.
We started pretty late too.
Yeah. Just to wrap this up, what advice can you give younger you in regards to Valentine's Day? And what would you possibly change from what you did when you were younger to now? From what you're doing now?
What am I doing now?
No, what would you change? What would you change? Like, was there something?
There's not much that younger me did that I would change, because I never did anything major for Valentine's Day unless I was in a relationship.
Okay, what about something that you regret you did?
So I mean, like if I'm talking to anybody, it's like, don't really go all out unless you're in a relationship, because that's literally the only advice I could give you, which is why me as a single guy, I have zero issue with Valentine's Day.
No, all right.
Like I fully, like it comes around, I'm like, all right, V-Day, let's show some love, and I'm throwing hearts because I don't really care, because I don't have like, there's nothing negative for me when it comes to Valentine's Day. I don't have that like I got my heart broken because I thought I was in love with this person, and then when I asked them out on V-Day, they shut me down. Like, I don't got that. You know what I'm saying? Like I could never.
If I could
that.
Recount the times with Dawson that I've seen that kind of level.
Don't line yourself up for heartbreak on V-Day, man. Like, so many people want to wait for that like storybook romantic movie running through the airport scene. It's like, yo, fuck that shit. That's not life, man. Like, if you're trying to set yourself up for like the perfect shot, doing it on V-Day isn't the perfect, because guarantee you're slugging along waiting for V-Day, and she's already got somebody who lined her up since fucking December, bought her a Christmas gift and everything. Like, you're late. Like, dude, if you're waiting in February, if you're trying to set up your fucking pick and rolls in February, you fucked up.
Oh yeah,
you should have been hitting them shits in fucking December.
Hey, but you know, gotta give it up to them. Shoot or shoot.
No, I'm not going to stop you from shooting your shot. I'm just saying, like, most bricks come the closer Valentine's Day comes along. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like
stories I could tell from Dawson and
like that's fucking real, bro.
It's funny, man. I would say younger me, save more money. Don't spend too much.
Oh yeah.
Don't spend too much. I'm not saying you don't have to. You don't spend at all, but don't spend an extravagant amount. The same thing we were just talking about.
Nothing wrong
with
with a little bit of tricking if you got it. If you got it.
I don't know about that, but
look, we're talking about the people who are a little late to the game and V-Day's around the corner and they're looking for something, right? We're trying to help them. So if you're in that position now where it's like the clock is ticking, you had a full 24, but guess what, bud? You're at 3.
Go to Jean Couture, buy some chocolates.
You got to do a little trick here.
And just pray that there's at least a box that's heart shaped that you can get. Whatever.
Well, no, they'll still be able to get some heart shapes, but I mean, like, getting the equipment isn't the problem. Do you have the players?
Who knows?
Like, and that's the thing, like, just for this specific conversation of, you know, trying to secure someone for V-Day, it's like, it's a bit late to be trying to secure someone for V-Day. You could possibly get away with it if you're like high school. Because high school, it's always like the cute thing. Oh, I'm going to give my crush the card. And then it's like your crush for the day. Like that's some like high school shit. You know what I mean? Like
CJIP in university is a different thing.
Like once you hit 21, 22, that cutesy shit, like maybe a good 2% of people will fall for that. You know what I mean? But like not everyone's going to like, yo, I got a job. I got to study.
You have to have a slick time to actually come up with something.
I got shit to do. Or somebody already came through.
Essentially what Matt's trying to say is...
Don't be listening to Drake crying in your beer because you waited too long, fuck.
Yeah, Drake is the... You should do anything opposite of what Drake is doing right now.
You know how many people are going to be fucking on their IG lives listening to Jaded, fuck?
Do the opposite of Drake right now for Valentine's Day. And Drake is an all year simper. Imagine on Valentine's Day. No, you just do the opposite of what he does.
Well, I see it already, man. The captions, the IG stories, the fucking snap, all of them. They're all of people who are just gonna be sad, crying in their beers, just mouthing off lyrics that are clearly to someone, but they didn't at them. But they know that person saw it, and it's like could have all been avoided if you waited till February 15th, or if you started back in December.
Yeah, there you go.
That's all the advice I can give. But hey, I mean, you know what? Never give up hope. I don't like to kill dreams. You may be the person who goes for the big romantic gesture, the big hurrah, the run through the airport, and that shit fucking hits, and now you're the motherfucking man. And
hats off to that person.
Right off to fucking glory. Prove me wrong, man.
Hats off to that person, but more often than not,
look, power to that person.
They'll fall flat in their
like,
face.
Don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm rooting against that person, because I think if you have the balls to go all out in the last seconds of the game, I want you to hit the shot. Like, I'm not going to be sitting here like, yo, I hope you brick that shit. That's not me. I'm just saying the probability of you bricking is higher, but I'm still going to jump in the air and have a single tear come down my face when you hit that fucking shot.
Hey, that's advice right there.
That's it, man.
That's it for our Valentine's Day.
So everyone,
advice special.
I mean, we've been our typical red lights, but they're a bit more mood setting, you know, considering the times.
Watch us get bad emails and reviews. I heard you guys talk about this shit, and I got fucked up because of you guys.
Yo, first things first. We ain't responsible for anything that fucking happens.
Yeah, we don't responsible for any of your behaviors.
Okay? I didn't tell you to do it. I warned you of what could happen if you did it. All I said was if you do it and you hit, power to you. That's it. But don't come to me talking about I did this because of you. Nah, you did it because you wanted to do it. All right, I didn't hold your hand.
Absolving himself of all responsibility.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, don't look at me, man.
Right. That's all I have for that.
For everybody else, enjoy the love, man.
Everyone, yeah,
have fun. It's a fucking day. Like, don't be a Debbie Downer about it. Don't be that one fuck face who's like trying to tear down everybody else's love because you're a sour fuck. You know what I mean? Like, either join in or step to the side. But yeah, let's close it up.
Yep.
For everybody that's in the forum watching, thank you so much for tuning in. Anything you want to drop? Any last minute thoughts?
Don't Valentine's Day and drive.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
It's just that don't do nothing stupid on Valentine's Day.
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
Works for me.
Just don't do anything. By stupid, I mean don't go extravagant on a day that, you know, you can celebrate every day.
So don't buy the flowers unless they're in a pot.
There you go. And it saves the roses.
There you go.
If we don't do that, the terrorists win.
Okay, just stop talking. As always, you know, you can reach us on Instagram and Twitter at Don't Be Mad Pod, and also on Facebook, Don't Be Mad Podcast. We're also on YouTube, Don't Be Mad Podcast, so you can watch us if you feel like seeing our pretty faces.
Yeah.
This has been another episode of the Don't Be Mad Podcast, and we will see you all next week.
Take care, people.
Peace.
Peace.